Well, anger and outrage, that's the reaction from many in the Hawaiian community. KITV4's Diana Ko has more from TMT opponents. Diane.
Mawani, an early morning cleanup at the summit of Mauna Kea is what drew the ire of opponents today, and they are accusing the state of racism and lawbreaking.
We would like to think, but this is Crown lands belonging to the undivided interests to the indispensable third party, Native Hawaiians, 50%ers.
Now that is one of the protesters heckling state crews and recording the tear down. This is what it looked like at sunrise as state workers started taking down 4 structures from state land on the mountain. The governor's office says 2 of the structures were at the summit where the telescope will be built. They needed to come down so construction can begin safely. The state points out it removed the 2 religious structures with guidance from Native Hawaiian cultural advisors. Many Hawaiian groups immediately cried foul. One of them was arrested and charged with obstructing government operations, and he bailed himself out for $500.
That was just a blatant attack on Hawaiians, on Hawaiian culture, and reminding us, like I've said before, that Hawaiians, the culture, no longer exists.
If this was being done in someone else's church, there would be outrage, right? And there is outrage of the Hawaiian people.
Pashota says taking down the space of worship violates desecration laws. She says it is unfair and racist, and that the state allows astronomers on Mauna Kea, but not Native Hawaiians. Others are calling for the resignation of State Land Department head Suzanne Case. State Council of Hawaiian Homestead Associations is asking top political leaders to sit down with homestead leaders to forge a compromise. And the Office of Hawaiian Affairs says there is a, quote, urgent need for change in management of Mauna Kea. Opponents like Konuha say they will continue peaceful protest in the days ahead. Live in the studio, Diana Ko, KITV4 Island News.
Diane, mahalo for that. TMT was pleased and grateful to get word they can move forward today. Its Board of Governors say they remain committed to being good stewards of the mountain and again made a pledge to honor and respect the culture and traditions of Hawaii.
If we are allowed to access to the site, the first work to begin there would probably be more like site preparation. Many of the countries already participating in the project have already designed or manufacturing parts of the telescope that will be shipped here. But the site prep work is the first thing that needs to be done.
Now, the price of that telescope, an estimated $1.4 billion. It's taken more than a decade to get to this point. Last 4 years have been consumed by legal proceedings.
TMT held its first public meetings 2008, gaining approval by multiple state agencies and the Office of Hawaiian Affairs between 2009 and 2010. The State Land Board held the first contested case hearing on the project in 2011. Then in 2014, a blessing ceremony on Mauna Kea.
A protest in 2015 resulted in multiple arrests, and the Hawaii Supreme Court invalidated the Conservation District Use Permit, prompting another contested case hearing in 2016. State Land Board approved the permit in 2017. Opponents challenged it again, and it was back to Hawaii Supreme Court, where the permit was ruled valid just last year.